Fantastic.
That's what you call a rock star. Peter Frampton.
Can't believe it. I can't believe it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And many, many thanks to Roger for coming all the way over from England. I can't thank you enough, really. So, well, he's Could they make it any bigger? Anyway, so it reminds me of him talking about me driving around England with Keith Moon and John Entwistle, because it reminds me of that first UK tour. I was in the Herd, and we were supporting the Who, but one night backstage, Keith Moon and John Entwistle decided to show me the rock ropes and take me under their collective wing. Every time in the Herd's dressing room, I went near the window and looked out, all the girls would start screaming down below. And so the next thing I knew, I was being dangled out of the third-story window by my ankles. This was amid the maniacal laughter of Keith Moon and John Entwistle. And they thought I should be closer to my fans, obviously. And I was 17. Welcome to rock and roll. I really am a lucky guy to have had this amazing career. And it's always been driven by my passion for guitar playing. And that is, as Roger said, that's my comfy chair. And along the way, I've had help from many people, and starting with a Rolling Stone, no less, Bill Wyman. And he was always, and is still, like my older brother. And he managed and produced a band before the Herd called The Preachers when I was still at school. We got to be on British TV's Ready, Steady, Go with the Stones. And I was only 14 then. So I was always a huge fan of the Small Faces as well. So when Glyn Johns asked me to play on a Small Faces session for Johnny Halliday in Paris, I said, I'll be right there. And Steve and I really hit it off straight away, and pretty soon after that we formed Humble Pie, an incredible period where I found my guitar style and learned so much from Steve Marriott and the Pie. It was a wonderful period for me. And oh yes, we had a big live album too called Rockin' the Fillmore. And that went gold. That was our first gold anything. So is it okay for me to ask, please can we nominate Humble Pie? After I left, without a lot of money, I was able to do some sessions to keep afloat. I became a session guy, and George Harrison asked me to play on All Things Must Pass. And then he told Harry Nilsson about me, and Harry called me, and I played on Son of Schmilson too. The people I met and played with on these sessions and recordings are some of the most legendary players ever. I went around with a notepad and took down all their phone numbers, and when I made my first solo album, they all turned up. So I was lucky to learn from all of them and found my voice as a solo artist. Having what was then the biggest selling live album of all time with Frampton Comes Alive was needless. It was a wild ride. Oh, God. It brought with it such joy and excitement and also immense stress and pressure to follow that big thing up, you know. So anyway, what goes up must come down. Looking back, my fall from grace was almost predetermined. I'm not the first to learn this lesson, but you never truly know until it happens to you. I'm a positive person, very positive person, but I landed back at the bottom of the ladder. I quickly picked myself up and started fighting my way back. I now believe that this was a necessity for me. There was a gift in all of this. I had time to realize what was most important to me. My family, right there. My friends, and my reinventing passion for guitar always. The money in the frame was seemingly gone overnight, and that'll wake you up. But life is full of surprises. David Jones, or we know him as David Bowie, and I were school chums. My father was the head of the art department and taught David art for 3 or 4 years. We were lifelong friends, and David was kind of a family friend, my parents as well. And in '86, he asked me to play on his album, and then with him on the Glass Spider tour the year later. I was absolutely over the moon to play guitar with David on the same stage at the same time. It was absolutely amazing. We never really spoke about it, but he saw how I had lost my credibility, and he had always thought of me as the guitar player first. At the time, I had no idea what a huge gift David was giving me. I went back on the road, and I started the journey that I've been on ever since. Thank you, David Bowie. Winning a Grammy for my instrumental album in 2007 was another incredible moment. But my muscle disease, IBM, has given me a completely different outlook on life. When I look out over the audience each night, I see very happy, excited people enjoying an escape through my music. But I have no idea what battles they or you might be fighting. I am now fully aware of what lies behind a hello and a handshake, because we have no idea what others might be dealing with in their lives. Kindness is king. Choking up here. Thank you to Jerry Moss, Herb Albert, A&M, my managers Ken Levitan and Lisa Jenkins, also Gary Haber, and my incredible team without whom I wouldn't be standing here today. And to all my incredible band members and road crews over the years who've played such an important part in this career. And thank you so much to the Rock Hall for this incredible honor. It's... Thank you. It's something beyond all my dreams, even those pipe dreams. Did I say that? Okay. And I share it with all of you who've been with me on this beautiful journey, especially you, my fans, who have brought me here tonight. Thank you all so much. Yes, would you?